In the heat of summer, Gustie made these trips back and forth between Charity and Croak Hills at night. On this day, she wanted to be on the road to Charity by sundown. She had to be there tomorrow because she had promised to help Alvinia and Mary prepare for the open house after Gracia's baptism. The baptism wasn't till the end of the month, but they all agreed that Gertrude Kaiser's house needed a lot of work. This was too important a day to just throw something together slapdash. They wanted to do it right, in a way that Lena would have done herself if she'd been strong enough. Tomorrow, Gustie also had an appointment with Pard Beatty, her lawyer, to finalize the purchase of her house. By the town's good graces, she had been allowed to live on land abandoned by a homesteader, but it was time to make her position more secure. She was about to lead Biddy in the wagon around to the front of the building when she heard a shuffling behind her. She turned to see Jack Fry in his usual state, drunk and dirty. In spite of his unfocused whiskey stare, his expression was menacing. He blocked her exit from the alley. Gustie did not feel afraid, even though Jack Fry had reason to wish her ill. "Mr. Fry, you are in my way."
"Mr. Fry, you're in my way," he mocked. "You're in my way."
My Christ, how I hate drunks. She was impatient to be out of this alley and away from his stench. "Move aside, please, Mr. Fry."
"Move aside, please, Mr. Fry."
He mimicked her again.
"Move aside."
His spindly arms and legs bobbed in puppet-like motions.
"I still have lots of friends in this town," he slurred. "Lots of friends."
His voice cracked.
"Good friends. And nobody here likes what you did, taking the Indians' part against me. You don't have any friends here."
He pointed a grubby finger at her, then swung his arm wide. "No one has given you a job, then, among all your good friends." The sun poured itself out, dry and hot, and Gustie felt itchy and irritable. "You're still spending your days in the saloon."
"I have something put by. I can afford to take my time," he boasted.
"Yes, you must still have profits from the years you cheated the Indians out of what is rightfully theirs."
"Nothing is rightfully theirs. They didn't work for nothing."
He jerked and bobbed in emphasis.
"Things is given to them for doing nothing."
Behind him, Jordis materialized. Like a cat who has at long last cornered a bug, her eyes gleamed, a smile twitched on her lips. Gustie thought of warning Jack Fry, but too late. Jordis grabbed the back of his collar and pulled as she kicked one leg out from under him. He landed hard on his back. Her right foot came down on his chest, and she leaned in heavily on her knee. She had smoothly drawn the long blade from her boot, and he already felt the point of it in the hollow of his throat. His eyes bulged. Spittle drooled out the corners of his mouth.